The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I was just a kid at school, heard Public Enemy, Don't Believe the Hype, Run DMC, loved hip-hop, used to buy 12-inch vinyls, finished high school, always like the dream of being a DJ. There wasn't really much of a DJ scene in Australia then, period, for dance, techno, hip-hop. There were dudes like ASK winning DMCs and stuff, had mixtapes out. And I wanted to make my own mixtapes just to have blend tapes. Got into doing that a little bit. Tried doing some clubs in the early 90s, just fresh out of school, like 93. And was not really any good at dealing with the club politics. Worked out pretty quick that you got booked at clubs if you could bring people, not if you're a good DJ. So I kind of stopped doing that. Had a day job. DJing was my hobby. Got a radio show. Got pretty popular in Sydney. We were on Saturday night, 6 to 8 p.m, called Flava In Ya Ear, off McCrae Mac record. Put out a mixtape, started selling it. Got a job at a club called Chocolate City in 97. It was kind of like the hot new club in Sydney. Ended up coming second at the DMC in New South Wales in 98 and 99. Met Samrai in 99. He came third. I came second. A guy named DJ Stanley came first. We were all actually buddies. And Stanley and I were big DJs on the club scene at the time. He's since moved to Asia and he's like big DJ out there. Anyway, at that time, I was doing bootleg mixtapes and CDs and always wanted to take it bigger. So I had the dream of doing a proper official mix album, you know, seeing what Funkmaster Flex had done. I was talking to record labels out here. They were telling me it was too hard. I was dreaming. There was a lot of no's, a lot of doors shut. Had a deal with Jive. Didn't happen. Had a deal on the table with Sony because I wanted to do a Loud Records mixtape because they had Wu-Tang, Big Pun. Shit would have been bananas, you know. That never ended up happening. And I think at the time, as I was learning the business, you know, everyone, you know, Universal owns the rights to license almost everything. Like I'd say like 80% of all the hip hop because they distribute so many labels, Def Jam, Rockefeller. So someone at Universal kind of would have seen these requests come through and then they saw, okay, they've all got this guy, Nino Brown, attached to them. We should talk to him. Long story short, ended up doing a deal with Universal and Nick Toth was involved in that. He did the second disc, which was more sort of golden era style hip hop. At the time, the two scenes were a little closer. The scenes were kind of dividing then, and obviously now they're pretty divided, you know. And Nick knew the lady, her name's Jackie Spillane, at Universal at the time. So that was dope, man. We did that. We set it up. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you're good at business and stuff like that. But I always had an attitude that, you know, I left a day job to do this. So I wasn't going to, like, mess about. I was going to either do it properly or not at all because I could get paid working at Optus was, like, my last day job, you know. So I kind of had that late 90s F you pay me attitude, you know. Anyway, you know, we negotiated a deal as an artist because what would happen is sometimes with DJ projects, they pay you just a fee, like a mix fee. Here's $1,000 or something, go and mix this. We're like, no, we are artists. What we do with the records, cutting them back, that is an art form. You need to cut us a royalty. And so we sort of made history in Australia as being the first hip-hop DJs to be signed as artists. 2001 that happened, 2002 Blazin. They wanted to sell 20, 25,000. We did that. We had a TV budget, had TV ads. We were in the TV ads. Shit was dope. Everything was cranking. And then Nick Toth, I think at the time, was technically a citizen of Amsterdam or somewhere. His parents were diplomats. That's how he ended up in Australia. And something happened with his visa. He couldn't work, like officially, you know. So at the time, we actually reached out to a couple of different DJs, and Samrai had just won the DMC. And Samrai and I were part of a crew of Chief Rockers, so it was easy to pull Samrai in. So Samrai came into Blazin 2, which Nick had kind of got halfway there with the tracks and whatnot. He came in, he mixed it, that was it. And then record companies being record companies, and it's not even a bad thing, because Blazin 2 was a success, they were like, well, let's keep this guy now, you know, which sucked for Nick, but, you know, life takes those turns sometimes, you know what I mean? There's nothing we could do. So Samrai and myself did Blazin 2, 3, 4, and 5. Blazin 5 was a fucking smash. The scene in Australia was crazy. It was 2006. Hip-hop and R&B is like an all-time high. The Edge in Sydney had gone all urban. I was on there like 5 times a day. And Nova tried to compete, and they got Samrai. So it was great for us. He's on Nova. I'm on the Edge. They offered Sam his own deal, and I stuck with Blazin because it was my name and concept and whatnot. And Samrai went off and did his own thing. I still rocked with Blazin, and after Blazin 5, we switched the name up and made the title Blazin 2007, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we gave it a rest last year because shout out to my dude Nick Skits. I didn't want it to be like Nick Skits Mix 57, whatnot. So we gave the Blazin name a bit of a rest. It came out with some new shit called Downloadable Dope. Went with the whole dope thing, selling dope, digital dope, dope dealer, blah, blah, blah. Pretty cool. And it's funny though, because sometimes when people like something, they're like, "Hey man, we like it. Blazin's, where's Blazin? Where's Blazin?" And Downloadable Dope went really well, but people are always like, "Where's Blazin? Where's Blazin?" So we're actually bringing back Blazin again this year. It's gonna be called Blazin the R&B edition because now R&B Fridays and all this stuff. R&B is the new trendy word right now. So we're gonna do the R&B edition, and that's the short version of that. 15 years. Doesn't seem like that long, man, but time flies.
The lesson.